Hi everybody, welcome back to Das Lab. What have we got here for us today is a little treat, something different. We are going to be making smoked salmon. Actually, we're going to make a smoker to smoke our salmon, and then we're going to smoke it. So what I've done here is I've taken some just store-bought salmon. 2 pieces have the skin still on them. 2 pieces don't. Thawed them out, and I just coated them with a bit of coarse salt and put them in the fridge overnight like this. And we'll see the next step when we go and build our smoker. All right, this is how we are actually going to make a smoker. I've got a couple of yard sale find electric frying pans, 120 volt electric frying pans. I got this beautiful old, that's got like 70s written all over it. This is not an experiment. I've done this before, not with these ones, but with other ones. For the last 25 years, I've probably done, 50 times I've smoked fish. The one that I have does not have a temperature setting anymore. It was just basically full on when you plugged it in. But we'll try to crank these up. Didn't burn it out. You think it would? I'm going to just put chips in the bottom, a nice coating. They will smoke, and the heat and the smoke, basically we're cooking in a very smoky environment, and it's a hot smoke. So my question is, which one to use? This one's got a little bit more headroom than this one, but this one's a little bit deeper and it's up off the table a little bit more. I have had in the past where you can start to discolor whatever you're sitting on. So I got to modify this rack to fit in here because I don't want the fish touching the wood chips. So what am I going to do with this bad boy is, I think I might just cut it and bend the legs down because it's too wide. And you got to have the lid, it's got to be able to seal. That's part of the thing, so that you get that smoked environment. So hey, it's square, pretty neat. Okay, I'll think about this and I'll come back and get you. Okay, so these can come off pretty easily. I'm just going to take one off either side. That gives me the room there. I'm going to try to cut it off about here and make some feet that I can bend downwards. Might be needing the grinder for that one. Negative. Nice and easy, see? Probably not the best for my cutters, but not the end of the world. Okay, so we're getting there. And now, some bendology. I'm gonna go with bend them in the vise. Hey the vise, hey the vise. Why don't you use the vise? Don't snap. Had a dime for every time I heard that. Make sure I bend the right way. Uh-oh. Didn't like that. Maybe not. Something got a little... gave way right at the end there. Nice and easy, see? I wonder if they have any better ones of these in Iraq. Okay. How did I do? Huh? Not too good. Not too good. I'm close. Yeah, because of the corners and everything. I've got to get... I think I'm going to take... I'll just take one more rung off here. Yeah. I don't know. I have a feeling when I straighten that out it's going to snap Reno, but... Yep. Okay. Oh, I think I work hardened or something. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. Is it perfect? No, but it's not so bad because what it does is gives me lots of room below the grating for chips, yet it's recessed enough that when I put the fish on, it's not going to be touching the lid. Right? So that's it. No special coating. The only thing is if you're buying one of these, make sure you don't have one of the old Teflon coated ones. If you do, I would highly recommend getting rid of the Teflon coating because we're going to push this to the maximum temperature and I don't know, I'm no doctor. I played doctor, but that's a whole other thing, and you don't want to be ingesting Teflon. So this is just, you probably don't want to, I forget whether it's bad to eat aluminum or not. Can't quite remember, but I don't think it's good for you. Limit your exposure, I guess, time, distance, shielding. So that seems pretty good. So, rack out. Just gonna give it a little wipey wipe with a clean cloth. I'm gonna put some, these are cherry wood chips. I've tried oak, I've tried maple. Now what I find is there is a heater ring around here. If you look down in the bottom, there's a heater. You will find that you'll get burning and your most heat right around where that ring is, especially if you don't have like water or some heat dispersing medium. So I mean, put all you want in the middle and at the edges, but generally speaking on this bad boy, that's what your burn pattern is going to look like. Dominion Limited, Toronto, Canada. Wow. So, now the other thing is too, we'll see that you probably want to distribute these around a little bit as you burn. sawdust isn't a bad thing. Sawdust isn't a bad thing either. Not all sawdust, but so this is actually probably the maximum you want. So let's just, before we get fish in there and everything, let's just plug this bad boy in and see what happens. I've got it cranked up now to maximum temperature. She's cranked up to max and getting hot already. I remember the first time I ever tried this method of smoking. It was January 1st, New Year's Day. I'm gonna say 2001 maybe. So that'd be 21 years ago. And it was just a test to see if it would actually happen. And sure enough, it did, in fact, smolder and make smoke. So I'll leave this on for you to see, and then we'll just do some time lapse. So here we are about less than 10 minutes in, and we already have smoke starting to come. I don't know if you can see that, but there is smoke starting to form. So I'm going to let that continue on, and once it gets a bit more smoky, I'll show you how I put the fish on. Okay, hopefully you can see now that there's a lot of smoke coming off of this. So it's hot enough to smoke. Now, here's the experimental part. Traditionally, when I get this fish on there, it sticks. I've tried different methods for getting it to not stick. So this time, I used to use slices of onion on there. This time, I'm going to try using popsicle sticks. I don't think that they will smoke. And just to try to keep the fish from sticking to this metal grate. That's kind of the worst thing about this whole thing, is the fish sticking to the grating. I think I need a few more, maybe not. Okay, so half of this fish has the actual skin still on it, and some doesn't. So I really want to support the stuff that doesn't have the skin on it, because already it feels a little kind of loosey-goosey. And I'm going to move that over here. Put that piece there like that. Alright, I'm actually pretty happy with the way that's looking. And on goes the lid. So I think the lid's just a bit warped. Oh, gotta get this to turn. Huh. That's gonna be tough to move, because I want to keep the smoke in. I don't really want to let the heat. There we go. There, I got it to close. Oh, that's gonna bust right off. So there you go. It's smoking away. 40 minutes is the time frame that I'm looking at. We'll keep checking on it. Okay, so I had to move outside because smoke detector considerations. Haven't looked at it since the last time you saw it, and here we go. There it is. So almost done. Can you overcook it? Sure. Can you undercook it? Sure. It's called sushi, but or sashimi rather. But I'm happy with the popsicle sticks so far. They don't look like they're burning. And we'll see how sticky it is to the actual grating, if anything sagged and touched the grating. I don't know, it smells wonderful. Can you smell it? Smell-o-vision's coming right around the corner. Anyways, gonna give it another 15 minutes or so and get that yummy goodness burned right in. Alright, been about 45 minutes all told. Let's turn this off. So a couple nice things to know is that it didn't wreck the frying pan without not having, you know, some sort of heat sink in there like water or something to limit the temperature. So it can handle full pressure, full temperature. And well, I don't know, there might be a popsicle stick under there, but it's not sticking to the grating. I'm very happy with that. These are the ones that don't have any skin on them. And this is one that does. And honestly, it was the skin that would be sticky. So I'm going to get rid of these things, bring them inside and get rid of them in the compost. Now look at, there's a good example of how little of the wood chips I actually used. I won't reuse these because it may be 4 months before I do this again, and they have fish oil on them. But I am going to let it sit out here and cool off for as long as it wants. That's not something you'd want to just throw right in the garbage, because that might smolder. I'll try to show you actually what some of them look like. They will be burned. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so it smokes. You saw the smoke, and it cooks. It's a hot smoke. Let's go inside and see what it's like. It's a shame. Next time I'll use just less chips, and then they'll last even longer. I gotta clean that thing too. At least I'm gonna tell you I am anyways. You may or may not know the difference. Okay, we'll go inside and we'll take a look. So there is a nice little presentation for the family to snack on. What I'm really happy about is using those popsicle sticks. When I went to peel the skin off of one of these, I have never ever had the skin come off so easy off of a fish like that. And there it is, ready to go. And for the taste, one of the neighbors came by and already had a little taste here. Cooked. It doesn't have that gooey feel to it. You definitely taste the smokiness. That's a piece of skin from the other one. And yeah, the popsicle sticks are the way to go, because they don't stick to nothing. Anyways, that's all I got for you this time on Das Lab. I hope you learned something. Don't be afraid to experiment. Have fun. And don't get any on you, but get some of this in you. See you next time.